Alright guys, so we're back out here on the Ford. So I'm going to try to get the door fixed today. Well, I'm going to at least try to make some more progress on the door today. I've thought about it a lot, and I'm not really sure what I want to do just yet as far as fixing the bottom of the door goes. But we got to build a patch somehow. I called around to the local junkyards today, and a few of them had doors, but they said that all theirs had rust in the bottom and they'd have to be fixed. So no sense in wasting money on a door that I still got to fix when I've got a door that I got to fix now. So we're just going to go ahead and fix what we got, and got to come up with a game plan, and then we got to build a patch. So that's what we got to do. All right, guys. So I've cut my patch out. This is the inner patch, and this is my first time building a contoured patch like this, but so I'm just kind of winging it. Basically what I figured out is I should have left this more of a whole piece, and I should have bent it how I wanted it, and then I should have came in and trimmed it out. But I should have got my bend in it and then cut it out, but I didn't. So we're gonna roll with what we got. So now I've got that curvature on it. Let's go see how it looks on the truck. It's tough to tell, but I think the angle is about right. Or I could just cut it here, and then I could worry about reattaching the rest of the patch later. Okay, let's see if we can work with that. We will attach that patch in a different section since I had a bow in it, because that piece is pretty flat. I ended up not making it to the metal store, but I ended up finding a scrap piece I had laying around that was the right size. Take that how you want. Let's see if my guesstimates are correct. It ain't bad there. I cut it a little short. I wish it wasn't short though. It's a shame. I mean, that angle is nice. It lines up really well. Just about perfect. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this little dolly here. Something flying around up there. Kind of hard to do when it's a moving target. Try using it like this. I got my other piece so I can get my angle right. Okay, so I just spot welded that in really quick. And this is the piece we welded in. Okay, so I've got my inner patch welded in. I've got to finish welding it here in just a second, but it's a little crooked down here at the bottom, unfortunately, where I was using that crooked piece of metal. But that's okay, because when I fold the other piece around it, as long as that edge is completely straight, it'll be covered, you'll never see it. And then once we get it completely burned in, we'll grind it back down and start patching our outer piece in. Alright, so here's what I've got. I've laid out my template here, and I learned this time that since this piece is crooked, I had to make me some square edges to measure off of, so I won't have the problems I had on the inner patch. So I've got my patch measured out, and when I've did my measurement top to bottom, I've gave an extra 3/4 of an inch for the fold over, and then when I measured from side to side, I also gave this an extra 3/4 of an inch to fold over. So it should bend around, fold over, and pinch weld really nice. Okay, so I got my panel cut out. Hopefully it fits. Make me a mark here, trim this up a little. Patch her in there. That's pretty nice. That fits pretty well. That's exciting. I have to wear the stupid yellow safety glasses. It's all I could find. I have numerous pairs of large ones that fit around my glasses, but couldn't find any, and haven't been able to find any over the last couple weeks, so yellow it is. Okay, so now what I've done is I've came in and I've marked where my bend's going to be, and I've marked both of them, put me a good straight line, and I've had to cut the corner out. What I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go over to my buddy's garage tomorrow and use his metal brake to bend it, and that way I'll get good crisp edges, because if I try to mount it in some wood or a vise, it's just not going to be right, and this has to be perfectly straight and uniform all the way down, or else it's not going to look right when I put the panel up into the truck or onto the door. Alright guys, so I've built this patch. This is the patch that we built last time, and took it over to my buddy's house, used his brake to bend it, and they got some nice crisp edges, good looking edges on it, and it fits really nice. I'm really pleased with it. My gap looks nice. Got a decent little gap here, a little more than I'd like, but that's okay, it'll weld up nice, and should work great. So we're going to get this thing ground down so that we can get some good weld on it, because it's got like some primer on it, and get it welded up, and then we'll fold our edges around the rest of the way, and hopefully just fold them around real nice and spot weld it, and then get ready to paint. So I got my patch welded in the last video, and then off camera I had to get some help, and we had to heat and kind of bend a little of this out. When I was welding it, it kind of went in some. We got it pretty straight for the most part, but this door does have a curve in it, so we got most of that back. Still have a small indention right here. We're gonna just fill it up with a little body filler. We're not gonna put a lot in there. It won't be much at all. Shouldn't be too bad at all. So hopefully get it sanded down, and we're gonna start sanding on the truck today. Got the DA out, or yeah, palm sander, and we're gonna start sanding on this thing and hopefully get her close to being ready to paint. I haven't decided. I've got these holes that somebody drilled for mud flaps, and I'm just not a big fan the way they did it. They had like a piece of rubber that wrapped around. I haven't decided. I'm thinking about filling these holes up with fiberglass repair filler. I'm even thinking about debadging it, and I'm thinking about filling up these holes, but I don't know. I haven't fully decided. So anyways, we're gonna start filling this in and get to sanding it. Alright guys, well, we got this whole side sanded down for the most part. I'm sanding it with 180 right now, which is rather coarse, but just getting all of it smoothed down. I'll go back and block it once I start putting Bondo in my door, or body filler. I don't use Bondo brand, but once I start putting my body filler in and I start blocking that, I'll go over and block the whole thing, work my way up to like a 400. Since we're just going to be shooting a single stage, 400 should be okay. Shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't see any of it through it. You really, if you're going to shoot a metallic, you really want to go all the way up to like a 600, because if not, then the metallic likes to fall into the scratches. But 600 does pretty good. For now, I got this side sanded down. Everything's looking really nice. Bottom of the door's turning out really good. Still got to get this side done. Was really hoping to paint today's Thursday. I was really hoping to paint on Monday. I don't believe I'm gonna make it, but that's okay. We'll paint another day.